Alright, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today what I got in store is a little package I got off eBay, a little card collection of Magic the Gathering cards. I scribbled off my name and address and the sender's address, and I just want to open this up for you all and see what I get inside. I purchased this because I saw in one of the pictures, I thought I saw something that I wanted and was interesting. So let's open it up and see what we get. Looks like it's just a small little package wrapped in paper towel of all insulation. I don't remember how many cards it was, and it wasn't very expensive at all. Okay, the first card I got looks like a rare card. I got a Shivan Dragon. This is an older card. This is from 10th edition, it looks like. I believe that's what the X symbol is. It's 4 and 2 red. It's a creature dragon. It's got very see-through, like transparent wings. Got his tiny little hands there like a T-Rex. Got his tongue sticking out. And he means business. Looks like there's meteors or something hidden in the background. It's a creature dragon with flying. This creature can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. And has 1 red Shivan Dragon, gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And it's a 5/5. So if you have 5 red mana untapped out, go ahead, pump it for 5, make it a 10/5. Pretty cool. Swing for lethal. These look like some definitely older loved cards. Some of you can see some have like a yellow line in it. Definitely from like hand dirt and sweat and all that stuff. Kind of gross. What is this from? Planet Shift? I'm not sure what this symbol is. This is a lava core element, 2 in a red, creature element with Vanishing 1. It's a 5/3 creature, and Vanishing 1 is this permanent comes into play with a time counter in it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter from it. When the last is removed, sacrifice it. So it's a 3 for 5/3 that only can begin to play for 1 turn. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a counter on lava core element. Oh, interesting. So if you have a creature with flying or something that has evasion and can get through the creature, you can make it stay out for longer. Interesting card. It looks like some lava guy is crying from his mouth. Some lava. He's got some lightning bolts in his hand. Some weird sticks coming off of him. Interesting art. This is by E.M. Gist. Rar. Next card I got is a Vashino Runner. 3 and a red. Looks like some dinosaur lizard creature. Really cool art by Steve White. Awesome. Love the detailing. Love the skin. Love like just the small little line work, the details, the depth you can feel in it. Looks like this guy's doing parkour over the mountain. You can see this guy in the background trying to hit him with an arrow. I'm not sure if that's some dust. Yeah, that is dust. I wasn't sure if it was the arrow flying, but it was just some muck on it. Really beautiful tree in the background. Nice depth. You got this guy up front. You got the tree in the background. You got the mountain edge, and then this guy in the background saying, dang, he's getting away. It's 3 in red. Vashino Runner can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, and it's a 3/2. You need 2 creatures to be able to stop this quick little guy. Looks like I got 2 of them. And the next card I got is from Prophecy. Like the crystal set. It's uncommon. It's a Quicksilver wall. Cool. I want to make a wall deck, and this is awesome. Look at that picture. Really beautiful. Looks like this mercury material is covering up this goblin, and he's just stuck there. You only see half his head. You see the beautiful waters in the background, and this Quicksilver wall just rolled up on him and is taking him in. Crazy. 2 in a blue. It's a creature wall. Walls can't attack. It's a 1/6 and has 4. Return Quicksilver wall to its owner's hand. Any player may pay this ability. Interesting card. It's a 3 for a 1/6, and anyone can play 4 to return it to its owner's hand. So if someone's attacking and they're like, I don't want that wall to be there, they can actually pay to return this to your hand. Interesting card, but I really like the art on it. This is by Matt Kavota. Cool. Next card I got is another rare. I got a Razor Mantle Masticore. I'm actually going to set out the piles. Rare, uncommon, and common. Just because I'm curious about how many there is of each. The next rare I got is Razor Mantle Masticore. Really crazy automaton looking creature with spiky hair. Got like a scorpion tail going on. Crazy like background. This is from Magic, a 10th edition I believe again. It's 5 generic mana for a Masticore. It's a 5/5. It has first strike. This creature deals combat damage with 4 creatures without first strike. So if you're being blocked by 5/5, instead of dealing damage at the same time, this will deal its damage first, killing the 5/5, and this creature would survive. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Razor Mantle Core unless you discard a card. Interesting. And at the beginning of your draw step, you may have Razor Manticore deal 3 damage to target creature. So pretty much deal 3 damage to target creature if you discard a card. and keep it alive. Interesting card. Really cool art though. What is this? Shadowmoor? I'm not exactly sure the set symbol. I'm not very familiar with it. This is Lair Witch Giant. Looks like some guy. He's taking the finer time to view and look at this tiny little... I don't think those are rats. I think he's just giant. I think those are like boars or something. He's just sitting there admiring the cute little family, putting his weapon down and just taking a minute to relax. You got his little home in the background made of huge rocks. Kind of like how the picture's offset a bit. And I really like how he just has this like satisfied little happy look on his face, checking out the boar family. It's 5 and a white, creature giant warrior for 5/3. Lair Witch Giant can block an additional creature. When Lair Witch Giant blocks two or more creatures, it gains first strike until the end of turn. Cool, so if you give it first strike, if it blocks 2 or more creatures, and it can block an additional creature. Cool, like the art. Warren Mayhe. This is just a comment. I got a hill giant. This is this one's been reprinted quite a bit. Look at that crazy little face on him. He's got a really huge mouth. His nose and eyes are really scrunched together. It's almost like a line. It's just like eyes, nose, eyes. 3 in a red. He's got like chains all over him. He's bashing up this like wall or something. Looks like this poor pikeman's about to fall down there, and not good. He's about to grind his bones into bread. It's a giant. It's a 3/3. I got another rare from Prophecy. This is Avatar of Fury. 6 and 2 red. Creature avatar. It's flying. It's a 6/6. If an opponent controls 7 or more lands, Avatar of Fury costs 6 less to play. So if an opponent has 6 or more lands out, this guy only costs 2 red to play. That's pretty crazy. And there's some pretty crazy ramp decks out there that just like keep throwing down lands and stuff like that. So maybe this couldn't get you to play this really soon for just 2. And it's like the Shivan Dragon, as in 1 red. Every Terror of Fury gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Crazy. Looks like this guy has extra arms with like pikes on it, with like crazy sharp things, and his wings, and he's busting out of the earth, and it looks like he's about to flap and stab his own wings. Very muscular, crazy looking moon in the background, or sun, lovely mountain, beautiful art. Really like the detail, nice depth. Really like the shadow of it looks like the wings. Almost reminds me of like a vampire squid, if you know what that is. Illustrated by RK Post. Really cool art. That's from Prophecy. And this is Sting Courier, 1 in a red. Really interesting goblin. Looks like he's got a wrench or something in his hand that's like giving off energy, and he's about to hit you with it. It's a creature goblin warrior for Echo for 3 in a red. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it came under control since the beginning of your last upkeep, sacrifice unless you pay its Echo cost. It's a 2/2. When Sting Courier comes into play, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So it comes into play, you can make them return a creature to their hand. And you gotta recast this for 3 in a red on your next turn if you want to keep it alive. Next card I got is Air Elemental. Reminds me of the guy from Harry Potter, those like Dementors coming through the sky. Crazy blue eyes, got his lightning in there, he's about to hit you with it. Crazy creepy looking hands. 3 and 2 blue, really beautiful art. Got like the wisp of his tail leading into him. It's a flying creature. It's a 4/4. And yeah, uncommon from 10th edition. I got a Composite Golem. 6 generic. Looks like this guy's made of all the elements. Got some like swamp looking. Got some mountain. Got some islands. Got some plains. Got some forests. Yeah, very cool. And he's just walking among the huge terrain of the world. You got these weird things sticking out of the water back there. The sun's about to set. Very blue sun. Really beautiful mountain work. He's just a giant and he's making this stuff float. He's got a little blue head. 6 generic artifact golem. It's a 4/4. Sacrifice Composite Golem. Add 1 color of every mana to your mana pool, except a colorless. Well, I guess colorless is not one of every color. So plains, islands, swamp, mountain, and forest. Really cool. 6 for a 4/4, and if you sack him, go ahead and play a Sliver Queen from him or something. Pretty fun. This is Arbiter of Knollridge, some huge giant sitting there studying the landscape. Really, really, really beautiful sun hitting him. Really beautiful shadowing. Like, honestly, amazing. Just the lighting on him and the trees and everything. The shadow casting against him. He's got his big gut and his big teeth sticking out. It looks like beautiful sky. Amazing art. 6 and a white. Creature giant and has vigilance. 5/5. When Arbiter of Knollridge comes into play, each player's life total becomes the highest life total among all players. So if your opponent has 20 life and you have 1, put this into play, boom, everyone's life total becomes 20. Or if you have 15 life and they have 3, their life becomes 15. Interesting card, pretty cool effect. It's I think from Shadowmoor. I'm not exactly sure this set symbol. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a rare from it. I got a rock badger, 4 and a red. Looks like this crazy badger's got a beak and tusks, and how's it gonna chew its food? I don't understand. It's got claws, it's got like fur on it, and it's just running among all these rocks. Does he eat the rocks? Does he dig? How does he close his mouth without getting bugs in it? Weird. It's a mountain walk. It means this creature is unblockable as long as defending player controls a mountain, and it's a 3/3 beast. Rawr. I got a lightning elemental. I remember this card. Looks like the air elemental's brother. They both got those kind of same looking eyes. This one's got the blue eyes, this one's got the red eyes. And he's just walking through the mountains or the forest, just touching everything he can with his lightning fingers, zapping everything. You got like mountains in the background, like giving off some like smoke, and he's just got his crazy angry looking face with all the clouds coming off it. It's like the clouds are forming into him. Maybe, I wonder if this is the same elemental. He's just pissed off this day. Because he is coming from the clouds. It's 3 and a red. It's an elemental with haste. This creature can attack and tap as soon as it comes under your control. And it's a 4/1. So it's got a big body, big attack, small body. And that's just a common. Needlepack spider. Looks like he's making his giant webs in the canyons or something like that. Interesting art. Kind of looks flat, this spider. But still pretty cool. Like the depth. You got the web up front, the mountainscape in the background. And it looks like a little man right here in the corner. Wow, it's a giant spider. Is he running towards it? Is he running away? I don't know, but it definitely looks like a man. Run away from the giant spider. It's Needlepack Spider. Can block as though it had flying. So this is, I guess, before they had the term reach, or maybe not. From Planet Shift, I think. It's 4/2 creature for 3 and a red. Ooh, this reminds me of like an anglerfish or something crazy like that. Oh, it's a giant serpent. It's coming out of the water. Really like how the artist's signature is in the corner. This is by Brian Despin. I think all artists should do that. Mark your art. It's really awesome. You spend a lot of time doing it. Might as well put your name on it. 4 and 2 blue. Really cool creature. It's got like those really big pale white eyes. You know, it doesn't see sunlight a lot. It's got those crazy teeth that doesn't even look like they'd close his mouth correctly. It looks like when he closes his mouth, he'd just go ahead and stab himself with it. Got his like dorsal fins in the background, and you can just see how big he is, and he's coming out of the water. It looks like another part of him right here, like swarping around here, doing another swarp, and I don't know, just crazy. Wouldn't want to run into that. Sea monsters can't attack. Oh, sea monster can't attack unless defending player controls an island. So if they don't control an island, he's just a blocker. He's got to swim to get the attack, and that's just a common from 10th edition. Next card I got, really cool art. I don't even understand what this is. It looks like some creature like holding these orbs. It's got like a frog bill. No, not a bill. Frog throat. You got like these swans or flamingos flying in the background. This thing's just flying above the hugest city or rock. You got the artist signature there. Very cool. This is beautiful art. Love all the colors. Love all the shading. Love all the detail. It's like this big thing. He's got these huge balls in his hand. Is he about to drop them? I'm not sure. It's a Scratolzen Zeppelin. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's 4 and a blue. Is this dimensions? Possibly. I'm not sure. Some of these set symbols from around this era, I don't remember the name of their sets. It's a 4/4 creature with flying, and it can only block creatures with flying. He can't ever touch the ground. That guy doesn't have any legs. I wonder if he's just full of helium or something like that. Really cool, almost like planetoids or something like that. Really mixed up skin colors and just crazy. He's got his little eyes looking down. This is drawn by Itoku. Cool. That's awesome. Oh, this is the card that I thought I saw. Cool. This is something I really wanted. I got a Sliver Legion. Looks like there's some gunk on it. Awesome. This is a really fun card. There's some gunk on this card though. Definitely. I'll try to like get it off. I don't know. But yeah, this is a really good card. All Sliver creatures get +1/+1 for each other Sliver in play. I wish it didn't have the junk on it though. I'll try to wipe it off or something, just like a little wet towel. It's white, blue, black, red, and green, and it's a 7/7 creature for 5, and all other Sliver creatures get +1/+1 for each Sliver in play. So all our Sliver creatures, if you have 3 Slivers out, including this guy, The other slivers get +2/+2. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Really awesome card. This is the card why I bought this, because I thought I saw it. And I totally did. Other than the gunk on it, it looks pretty good. I'm going to try to clean it off after this video. Awesome. That's from like, what is that? Future Sight, I think. But awesome. That's the card I thought I saw. And definitely worth it, because that's quite expensive right now. I got a Lunk Errant. Looks like this giant red guy's running through. He's like a child. He's got his slingshot in his pocket. Got his buddy in his pocket as well. He's missing his front teeth. He's going through his adolescence. He's running through there, flipping over this little fishing boats, and he's just having a fun time. 5 in a red, giant warrior. It's a 4/4. When Lurk Errant attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 and gains trample till end of turn. This would be great for an exalted deck because, well, yeah, it would be great for an exalted deck because it would just be another +1/+1. Pretty cool. And that's, I don't know what set that is, to be honest. Next card I got is Thundering Giant, 3 and 2 red. Creature Giant. It's an uncommon from 10th edition. It's got haste. It's a 4/3. And he's just walking over the lava piles like nothing. Looks like a caveman from the prehistoric era. Really crazy detail on his body, his veins, his like fur and stuff like that. Just amazing artwork. Got the volcanoes in the background. Literally just stepping feet away from the puddles of lava. It would be singeing my feet, I know that. This is drawn by Mark Zerg. The giant was felt a few seconds before he was even seen. It's like that movie Jurassic Park. You see the bottle of water, and it's just doing that little rippling. The giant's walking by. Oh, that's uncommon. This is Axe Grinder Giant. He's just sitting there making his axes. Really cool tree house. It's got like a nice little door in it. Crazy little roots above it. And he's just sitting there making his axe. Got his little belly, his little rose going on. Really long head. Almost looks like he has a horn or something. Got birds in the background. He actually got a bird sitting on his head. And, you know, he's just doing his job. Get his big stone and just getting his axe ready. 4 and 2 red. Giant Warrior. It's a 6/4. Just a big old guy. Next card I got is a Reckless Worm. This is from Planet Shift, I believe. This reminds me of Tremors or something like that. He's got like a very circular mouth. I don't even know if he can close it. Just like maybe he spins around, digs through that dirt. Got very spined, almost like sand. I can't remember, not like an armadillo or something like that with like spikes on it. 3 and 2 red, really beautiful shading and lighting. It's a creature worm. It's trample. It's a 4/4 and it has a madness cost for 2 and a red, which is awesome. If you discard this card, you may play it for its madness cost instead of putting it in your graveyard. So if you play a card that says like an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, go ahead, discard it, and you can actually play this for 2 and a red, which is 2 less, which is awesome. Cool. Next card I got, Avian Wind Reader. 3 and 2 blue. It's a bird soldier wizard. It's flying. It is 1 and a blue. Target player reveals the top card of his or her library. And it's a 3/3. Bing. So yeah, get to see what card is on top of your library or the other. And he's looking in the pool, seeing the future. Got his crazy little white garment on, his weird little talons holding his like scepter. Weird bird eyes. Next card I got is Lexodon Mystic. 3 and 2 white. Looks like he's holding his burning staff. This elephant guy got creepy looking yellow eyes. Looks kind of mean. Got some like bangles or something on his tusks. Interesting jewelry and everything. Got his third eye painted on his head. Really nice shadowing and shading. Really ripply fingers. Got like his like cloak, or there's like I guess his cloak on. Some weird like arm protectors. And he's just a big elephant clerk for 3 and 2 white. Just a 3/3. It has white. Tap target creature. So he can tap your creatures or opponents. Wish you could untap too. I got a big tree giant. Looks like he's got his gauntlet on, some big metal gauntlet. He's got his other tree he's using as a walking stick, which is funny. And he just pulled it out of the ground. He's like, nope, you're going to be my walking stick. Got kind of a grumpy look on his face, like he'd tell you to get off his lawn. Like really slow, low angle up to him. So he's a giant. You're looking up from the ground. You're just looking up to him in awe. 5 and 2 green. It's a creature tree folk warrior with vigilance and trample. It's a 5/7. Roam as you will. The roots remain in the strong earth of your rising. Cool. Really cool art. This is by Jim Nielsen. Ooh. Gem Palm Polluter. Ah, this is awesome. I wish this card was legal in Modern. He's got his gem palms in his background. Really beautiful art by Danny Orzizo. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I remember this card, he pretty much used it for the cycling. Well, I would. 5 fingers. No, he's got like 3 hands going on, maybe 4 hands, and he's got gem pumps everywhere. That creepy look, and he's to brush his teeth. Got his eyes being white, interesting shading. Got lighting in the background, really blue background. He got his purple gems in his palm. I don't know how they got there. Looks like his body was stitched up, or he's got some leather around him. He's got some warts on his head, and he just looks kind of angry and mean. Imagine just turning down an alien, seeing that. Come here, read my gem palms. No. It's a creature zombie, and it's a 4/3, and it has cycling for 2 black. Cycling is discard this card from your hand, draw a card. So pretty much play this in mono black, but I mean, you don't have to if you don't want, it's just 2 black. Whenever you cycle Gem Pump Polluter, you may have target player lose 1 life for each zombie in play, which is awesome. If you have a big battlefield out full of zombie tokens and zombies, and you have like 10 zombies out, cycle this guy, immediately does 10 damage, or they lose 10 life for each zombie in play, which is awesome. Pretty cool card. I had this in my zombie deck, but in modern I don't believe it's legal, otherwise I'd have it there because it's awesome. Lovely card. And that's from was that from Nemesis, I believe? No. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe it is Nemesis. This is Tyrone Axe, a giant dinosaur. It's definitely a dinosaur, but they call it a beast. 4 and 2 green. He's got some weird like sliver looking things on his body. He's just hanging out in the trees, kind of hiding. It's a creature beast. It's a 5/4. Tyrannix gets -1/+1 till end of turn if you pay 1 in a green. Interesting, this is one, it kind of doesn't really have much color on the mana cost, which I don't really like. I like when it has the color to show you, like, really right away. It's like, oh, green. And this is from, man, I'm not good with these set names. I can't remember it. Anyways, it's just a 5/4, looks like a dinosaur. I wish it was, but it's just a beast, because people would probably put in the new dinosaur decks. And yeah, it looks like some crazy guy just hanging out in the forest with weird like spines off him, spines off his jaw, and yeah, just waiting. I don't know what he's waiting for, but he's waiting. Looks like I got 2 of them. Oh wow, this is interesting. Really cool, funky looking art. Really blue guy picking up this guy by his arm, just looking at him. We got birds in the background. Is that his tail way over in yonder? I think so. We got the tree up front. Immediately see this guy. He's blue. You got the sunlight hitting him, shining him yellow. Beautiful landscape. Beautiful like sun and like the clouds. He got his little cap on. My question is, how many sheeps or whatever did he have to trim to get all that wool? A whole lot. And he's just picking up this little guy in his hand, and who knows what he's going to do. This is a Changeling Titan, 4 and a green creature shapeshifter. It's a 7/7. Changeling. This card is every creature type at all times, so even a sliver if I wanted to. If I had this guy out, boom, he's a sliver, so he'd get +1/+1 for all the other slivers in play. Awesome. And a champion a creature. When this comes into play, sacrifice it unless you remove another creature you control from the game. When this leaves play, that card returns. So he can only come in if you remove another creature you control from the game, but when this guy leaves the game, he comes back the other creature. Interesting concept. It's an uncommon. I got a Ravaging Riftworm, 1 and 2 green creature worm. It's a kicker for 4. Looks like some giant worms, got some like energy going on him, and he's just weird. It looks like a little face or something up there, just walking about. I wonder if that's like a little lure, like an anglerfish. Got the person kind of mimicking something out front, and then when someone goes up to shake their hand, he eats them. Interesting, got the hole in the tongue or something like that. And just kind of dinosaur looking creepy, crazy guy. You got maybe his giant spines in the background, because he's a giant long worm. It's a kicker for 4. It's a 6/6, and it has Vanishing 2. If the kicker was paid, Ravaging Riftworm comes in play with 3 additional time counters on it. It has Vanishing 2, so the permanent comes into play with 2 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter from it. When the last is removed, sacrifice it. Cool. It's a 3 for 6/6, which is awesome. Game Trail Changeling, another Changeling. It looks like he's mimicking a moose, and this other moose in the background is like, you're not my mother. You're not my father. Weird looking tail. It's definitely not doing the greatest job. Lovely grass in the background, lovely trees, and I like this kind of looks like a dumb moose, and this one's looking at like, you're not fooling me. Kind of transparent too. 3 and 2 green, Changeling. Its card is every creature type. It is trample. It's a 4/4. Squeaking Pie Grub Fellows. Interesting card, very crazy looking art. Looks like his lips got ripped off. It looks like he's got a little snake sticking out of him. Looks like he got some grub there over there. He's about to eat some dinner. Got his buddy over there holding his weapon. Looks like the baboon or the monkey from Lion King, but with antelope horns. Almost got some feathers in the background. Nice little trees. Creepy looking face. You'd run into him and he'd probably tell you some crazy stories or something. Try to get you to eat some of his maggots. 3 and a black goblin shaman for 3/2 and has kinship. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may look at the top card of your library. If it shares a creature type with squeaking pie grub fellows, you may reveal it. If you do, each opponent discards a card. Okay, so if you have this like in a goblin or a shaman deck and you reveal the card, opponent discards a card. Interesting. Next card I got is the really cool border of these cards. Really cool, very different. You can see it's 2 green and 3. It's 3 and 2 green to play. Burrow, Fists of Crotia. Looks like this green guy's getting like hit by like sun or something like that. Kind of looks angry. Kind of looks like he's in pain. Got his magical scepter there. Really crazy border to the cards. Definitely an interesting move that they try for this set. Legendary creature, human druid. You got their artist signature there. Lucio Parillo. Very different. You can see there's kind of like a curve right there. You got the mana cost over here this time, and this is the color of the card up here, I believe. And still the rare symbol. You got all the text here and the creature type there and the name up there. So some things are the same, but very different layout. It's a 4/4. Whenever forest comes into play, green creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. So it's like landfall for forest, and has grandeur. Discard another card named Burrow, Fist of Crotia. Put an XX green creature worm token in play where X is the number of lands you control. Interesting. So you have multiple these in your deck. You have this guy out. Discard another, or discard another, and you get to put an XX, a green worm creature token for the number of lands you have in play. And this is a rare from Future Sight. Got a blind spot giant, 2 and a red, creature giant warrior. It's a 4/3 blind spot giant. Can't attack or block unless you control another giant. Looks like he's got his ear horn going. He can't really hear good. He's listening down. He's like, oh, I hear him. He's going to hit him with his club. Really detailed work. Really, really detailed work. He's really tall. The really small guys down there. Got the trees in the background. Big old ear. And he looks like an elderly man. Cool. Next card I got. Shivrian Wumpus. I got the Wumpus here. It looks like some flame line with huge claws. Really beautiful detail work on the arms and the claws digging through the earth. It looks like lava and fire spraying out of them. It's a 3 and a red. Creature beast with trample. It's a 6/6. When Shivrian Wumpus comes into play, any player may sacrifice a land. If a player does, put Shivrian Wumpus on top of its owner library. So you can maybe make him get rid of a land, or he's just going to come into play. Interesting. It's a 4 for a 6/6 with trample. They might want to sack a land. That's a fun card. Jagged Scar Archers, 1 and 2 green. Looks like these female archers are standing there. Got the blues down below, the greens up above, and the really light blues above. Got some birds flying in the sky. Got their bows, and they're practicing when they're about to hit somebody. And they're creature elf archers for Star. Jagged Scar Archers. Power and toughness equal to the number of elves you control. Tap Jagged Scar Archers deals damage equal to its power to target creature with flying. So it can only deal damage directly to a creature with flying with this, and however many elves you have in the field is his power. So if this is the only one out, it's a 1/1, but if you have 12 other elves out plus this, that creature is a 13/13, and you can tap it to do 13 damage to any creature with flying. I got a Walker of the Groves. Crazy looking lion, beast, peacock, feather, forest flower guy with deer horns. 6 and 2 green. Creature elemental. He's pretty much the forest incarnate. When Walker of the Groves leaves play, put a 4/4 green elemental creature token into play. It's a 7/7 and has evoke. 4 and a green. You may play this spell for its evoke cost. If you do, sacrifice it when it comes into play. So you can pretty much play this for 4 and a green, and the minute it dies, you just put a 4/4 out. So you can pretty much make a 4/4 green elemental creature for 4 and a green instead of playing 6 and 2 green to get a 7/7 out. Really beautiful art. This is drawn by Todd Lockwood. Really beautiful art. Cool. Love the purples. Looks like I got another rare. Looks like you got a little alien guy landed here on the earth. He put up his, actually it looks like he put up his weapons. You got a crazy hand over there. I'm not exactly sure. Looks like wherever he's walking, he's leaving this trail of just stuff. I'm not sure if that's his helmet or that's been there for a while. That's like a graveyard. Definitely looks like an alien landed down here. 4 and a black creature shapeshifter, Changeling. Again, this is every creature card. Alright, sorry about that. My camera battery just died for a minute. As long as a creature card with flying is in graveyard, Curian Wanderer has flying. The same is true for Fear, First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Landwalk, Lifelink, Protection, Reach, Trample, Shroud, and Vigilance. So, as long as you have creatures with any of these abilities in your graveyard, this guy takes them on as well. So he takes on whatever abilities there are for people in the graveyard. Looks like a graveyard battlefield. Creepy looking guy, and this is a rare. Ooh, I got a zombie. Gotta love zombies. Looks like these zombies are just busting out of the ice or the water, picking up this guy, about to bite him. Kind of like a gloomy look on this guy's face. It looks like he's about to die. They're about to take him down to David Jones' locker. This is Brain Gorgers, 3 and a black creature zombies. It's a 4/2. When you play Brain Gorgers, any player may sacrifice a creature. If that player does, counter Brain Gorgers. So, pretty much, if they sack a creature, you counter this. So you can either play this as a creature or make them try to sack one. It has a madness cost for 1 and a black. In spite of their hunger, they're slow eaters. Funny. It's just a common. Looks like I got like a beetle. A worm or something. It's a fault grinder. He's grinding the faults. Interesting. He's got like turtle arms and looks like a ladybug kind of body, and he digs like this ground up, making like the fault in the earth, creating like just cutting the plane in half. Got like, looks like giant. I mean, this is a giant. Got like a sheep or something walking around there. That's what it looks like, or some sort of wildlife from that plane. 6 in a red creature elemental with trample. So 4/4. When fault grinder comes into play, destroy target land. So when it comes into play, boom, smash a land, and it's evoke 4. So pretty much you can just destroy a land for 4 and a red if you want, instead of playing the creature, because you can just pay the evoke cost, make it come into play, but it sacks it right away. So pretty much comes into play and destroys a land right away. Looks like I got, yay, a spitting spider. He's spitting his giant, this like mucus string and web at these creatures, full of little birds, full of like pterodactyls, full of all these giant dinosaur birds just in the jungle. He lays and sits there. Really beautiful colors on it, really bright reds. Definitely know he's poisonous or something. He's got his grip around this bird. He's about to wrap it up and eat some dinner, and he's wrapping up this guy at the same time. 1 2 3 4 5 6. He's got 6 meals ready to go. 3 and 2 green creature spider. It's a 3/5. Spitting spider may block as though it had flying. Sacrifice a land. Spitting spider deals 1 damage to each creature with flying. Interesting. So if you can sack a bunch of lands, deal a bunch of damage to creatures with flying. Really cool art. It's drawn by Edward P. Beard Jr. And he got his signature down there. I got another Treek Folk. This is Orchid Warden. 4 and 2 green. Really interesting art. Almost looks like watercolor or something like that. Looks like he's talking to his minions or something over there. This tree is looking kind of funky. That one's like the oddball out. And he's got eyes everywhere. And he's talking to his little minions. He's like, alright, today you go get the firewood. Today you go get the apples. Today blah blah blah. Just delegating his work. Really cool art. 4 and 2 green. Creature Tree Folk Shaman. It's a 4/6. Whenever another Tree Folk creature comes into play under your control, you may gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So if you got a Tree Folk deck, play a bunch of Tree Folk, you'll gain life whenever that Tree Folk comes into play for its toughness. Coolly. Looks like I got another rare. This is Force of Savagery. It's a 2 and a green for trample. That's an 8/0. Interesting. I'm not exactly sure. So, I guess this means you can't really play it unless you have something that gives it a little bit of toughness, because its toughness is 0 and it would probably just be killed right away. Interesting. I'm going to have to do some looking up on this card. That's an interesting card, to be honest, because if you just play it as it is right now, is 8 power, 0 toughness, and when something's toughness is reduced to 0, it's put in the graveyard. So if you play it right now, instantly dies. Maybe you're going to play it in a deck where it's like, play this creature and trigger a sacrifice or something like that, or you got something that says like all creatures get +1/+1, so this comes in as a 9/1, then it can attack. Interesting. Looks just like a fury of trees and stuff getting smushed up or everywhere. He's just like causing like an explosion. Really beautiful artwork, really nice shading, got some like dark fog and everything there. Kind of got to focus on it to see what you see. You can see it's like made of vines, got like trees or something just exploding, getting pushed away. Almost see like this orb just like blowing out all this energy. But interesting card, really interesting concept. Life cannot be created and then abandoned. It must be nurtured and fed so that it may express and repent might. Okay, so it's saying you gotta nurture it. So I'm pretty sure you gotta have something that gives it some toughness. Well, you got it. Interesting card. Very interesting. I remember this card from when I was younger. Hundruk, 6 and a green. This guy's like a beast. Looks like an old dinosaur creature or something like that. Got his tusks everywhere. Looks like they're kind of flattened down. Got his tiny little beady eyes, and he's just walking through the forest. Beautiful greens. Got some like moss growing on him. Got some twigs over there. Really cool. It's a beast and a cycling for 3. Pay 3 generic. Discard this card from your hand. Draw another. It's a 4/7. New links are being added to the food chain on a daily basis. Nom nom nom. It's a 6 and a green for 4/7. And I got another zombie. I remember this guy. This guy's cool, and I wish he was illegal in modern, but I don't think he is because he's a beast. It's a zombie brute. 6 and a black. This two-headed guy stuck in his jail cell, or maybe he's trying to get in because I don't know why they gave him a knife in his jail cell. Maybe the bars are to protect us instead of protect him. Crazy. Really beautiful art. Really nice depth. The fingers are coming out there. Long black painted fingernails. I can imagine this guy sitting at home just drinking his tea, painting his nails because he looks so angry. I can't imagine that. And he got the beautiful like bricks in the background. Got his crazy look on his face, and he's got like a knife over there. He's got like 4 arms, maybe even more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe he has like 6 or something like that. Got like the city in the background. Definitely the bars are protect the person inside from the zombie instead of to lock the zombie away. Beautiful shading, by the way. It's a creature zombie for 5/4 and has Amplify, which is awesome. As this card comes into play, put a 1/1 counter on it for each zombie card you reveal in your hand, and it has Trample. So if you're playing this in a zombie deck, you can reveal pretty much most of your hand because they should all be zombie cards, and give it like +4/+4, +2/+2. Just make it huge, and it has Trample. It is expensive to play it, but pretty fun. Rawr. Really like the art on this. This is drawn by Greg Hildebrandt. Awesome. And the last card I got is an Exhumer Throw, 5 and a black. Looks like he's about to snap some necks of this guy. Exhuming him from the graveyard. Definitely got his mummy wrappings on. He's got some weird like worm stuff coming off of him, and really weird looking shiny skin. He's got the blue kryptonite in the background. He's just opened up the sarcophagus and he's pulling out this guy. It's a 5 and a black for Hunt. When this card comes into play, when this card is put into a graveyard from play, remove it from the game. Hunt target creature. It's a 3/3. When an Exhumer Throw comes into play, or that creature it haunts is put into a graveyard, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So when it comes into play, return a creature from your graveyard to your hand, and the creature it haunts, when that dies, you get to return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Really creepy looking art. Anyways, pretty cool little lot. Really happy that I got my Sliver Legion. That was the one I thought I saw. Looks like there's a little bit of smudge on it though, but yeah, I'm sure I could probably wipe it off with like a little wet towel or something like that. Got the Sliver Legion. Interesting cards. Really like the art on these ones. Just different borders. You don't see much like that. Pretty cool. Avatar of Fury, Shivan Dragon, and this card is very interesting. 0 toughness. And I got just some uncommons as well. You know, pretty cool. Really liked getting this little lot. It was really not expensive at all, and I got real lucky that I saw that it had a Sliver Legion in it. And just gonna go flip through the comments. Really cool card. Really like this picture. It just looks like a doof of a moose. Got the Dinosaur Gem Palm polluter. Awesome card. Tree Folk. Avian Wizard. Got this little guy with a slingshot. Crazy sea monster. Just a really fun little lot. Anyways, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you later, and take it easy. Show the Sliver Legion. Pretty much got off most of the gunk, which is pretty awesome. It had a bunch of little pieces on it. Just wet a little towel and rubbed it off. Don't be afraid to use a little bit of water and a wet towel to wipe off gunk on cards. They are pretty good stock. Not sure about the newer cards, but yeah, pretty cool. Pretty fun. Anyways, everybody, take it easy and have a wonderful day.